We reserve these types of sanctions for gross levels of corruption and human rights abuses. In fact, 2 days ago, we also levied sanctions on quite a few Russian financiers of the Ukraine crisis. So this is something that we reserve for very serious crimes. And after 2.5 years, it was a whole of U.S. government investigation. And we had, and it's a very high bar. We do not do this lightly. This is something that we ensure that we have a preponderance of evidence before we're ready to levy these sanctions. And we had that in this case against the 3 individuals who were sanctioned.
Are there other persons being looked at? Because I noted in the statement coming from the Treasury Department, you spoke of government officials who might have been involved. Could you comment on that? And also, Vice President Jagdeo yesterday said he has written to the U.S. government seeking more information.
That's absolutely correct, President Jagdeo. Actually, it was Finance Minister Singh and Commissioner General Stasia who requested specifically, officially, in writing for the documentation that we used in building the case for these sanctions, and that was requested, and I strongly recommended to our partners back at in Washington that they provide as much of that information as possible, because I understand that the government here wants to do their own investigation and follow up on this. They're also incredibly concerned about this corruption. And sorry, what was your first question?
Other persons being looked at.
Other persons?
As far as I know, that is not the case. The investigation was specific to these 3 individuals. I'm not aware of any additional investigations at this time.
But is this where it ends, or could there be criminal charges from your side also coming?
I think that is always possible. I'm not aware of it at this time, but that is a possibility.
Have you shared the evidence with the government as well? Have you shared whatever evidence you have gathered there with the government? So
that's what the Finance Minister and Commissioner General requested, and I passed that request immediately to the Treasury Department, which is sort of the umbrella for the investigation, and I again strongly recommended that they share as much of that evidence as that is unclassified, or that they can share, because we have a wonderful partnership with the Government of Guyana, and we want them to be able to take that information and do with it what they need to do.
Can you say how soon that could possibly be presented?
I wish I could. I wish it was today. That would be wonderful, but unfortunately I don't control the entire U.S. government, so I did ask them, though, to expedite it, because I think it's very important for the Government of Guyana to have that information so that they can take next steps.
It appears as though local agencies were left in the dark. Though you're saying you share a good relationship with the government and with these agencies, many of them have been left in the dark and are now seeking information. Why was that? Was that deliberate on the U.S. side?
So my understanding, I don't work for the Department of Treasury, but my understanding is, having dealt with these in Haiti as well in my previous position, that they have to keep these investigations very close hold because they can be compromised by anyone. So we tend to not share a lot of information until the investigation reaches a certain stage. And so I regret that people feel that they've been left in the dark, but that is just, in the United States, it would be exactly the same way. If we were conducting an investigation against someone accused of corruption in the United States, we would not share that information until the investigation were at a stage where that was possible.
Ambassador, lastly, only for clarification, you said only unclassified information. That's all that would be shared with the Government of Guyana.
Unclassified, there's also a level of classification called sensitive but unclassified. We could share that as well. And then there is classified information that we can request be declassified, that we can be allowed to share, and that goes back to your earlier question about our intelligence, or actually it was your question about our intelligence sharing. When we want to be able to share something with the government, we have to request permission from the source agency, and unfortunately we're a very big bureaucracy in the United States, so sometimes that takes a little bit of time. But I've absolutely requested that, and I was very clear in my request that we want to be able to share as much as humanly possible, because we want to be very transparent. The Government of Guyana has been very transparent with us, and we want to do the same in return.
Okay.